We're here in Northern Ireland right now. It's a little chilly in the gym, so I got my sweats on. And just going through a quick warm-up. I did a couple of rounds of sleds, so just giving you guys a little picture of a full body workout. Since we're traveling right now, I don't really know how many workouts we're really going to get in, so I figured if we do full body workouts for each one, we're making sure we're keeping the whole body, hitting each muscle group every time we get in the gym.
So this was the first week of our 4-week Euro trip, and we had been doing a lot of driving, a lot of sightseeing around Northern Ireland, which is beautiful to see. I definitely recommend checking it out. But naturally, when I spend a lot of time driving, then my hips, my back, shoulders will tend to get tight, my neck also. So in the beginning of these workouts, I like to spend most of the time just loosening up, making sure that my body feels good before I try to do any kind of heavy lifting or any kind of more intense exercise. Sometimes, when I'm traveling, my workouts will end up basically just being stretching sessions if I feel like that's what my body needs. It's never a good idea to force yourself to do a heavy workout. You might have planned to do like a heavy squat workout or something like that. But if your hips feel locked up, if your back is sore, or you're just not feeling it that day, it's really not a good idea to try and force yourself to go heavy. If anything, you're just gonna set yourself back if you end up straining something or injuring something after the workout. Much better to just kind of reestablish your range of motion and to get your body feeling good, and then later on in that day or the next day, then go back and do a heavy workout, and you'd be much better off. I worked on some handstands next to my training, and these are really great to open up the shoulders and upper back, because you can't really do a good handstand unless you really open up that posture there. And for somebody like me who hadn't really spent much time working on handstands until relatively recently in my training career, it's really been building up the endurance in my shoulders, traps, triceps, and forearms. And I find it to be actually a really good complement to more traditional weightlifting exercises. Next up in my workout, I did some neutral grip bench presses. And for me, that neutral grip is a little bit easier on my shoulders. I do have a surgically repaired pec on my right side, and being able to keep the hands facing in each other for whatever reason, that feels a little bit more even to me than pressing with a straight bar, although I still do regular straight bar bench presses sometimes. In general, I'm a big fan of using all sorts of specialty barbells because it just adds a little bit of variety into the training and changes just slightly the recruitment of your muscle fibers. So with this exercise, I decided to pair it up with a bent over dumbbell reverse fly, and doing these antagonistic pairings, which is one of the main things I learned from the late Charles Poliquin. It lets you to really increase the efficiency in your workouts, because while one muscle group is working, the other muscle group is resting, and you don't have to spend so much time resting in between sets. You can just hit a set, take a quick minute, and then go back to the other exercise. For the bench presses in this workout, I chose to work in the 6 to 8 rep range because I find that to be the best for maintaining strength and muscle mass, especially when I'm not exactly sure how many workouts I'm going to be able to get in. Personally, I find that the key to maintaining your progress while you're traveling is really just maintaining your physique. If you hold on to the muscle mass, then once you get back home into your regular routine, you can throw yourself back into that heavy training, and you regain your strength in no time. But if you lose a lot of weight, then it's going to be a longer process getting back to where you were before you took the vacation. Wide grip deadlifts were up next in the workout, and I really like the wide grip deadlifts because they really cover all your bases when it comes to a lower body exercise and posterior chain exercise. Having to reach down a bit lower to lift the weight increases the recruitment in the quads and hamstrings and glutes. And when you're not wanting to spend a ton of time in the gym is it's a great exercise choice. And notice that I decided not to use straps for this exercise. That's because I definitely wanted to limit the amount of weight that I could pull, just so that my back isn't taking so much stress. It had been a while since I did any kind of deadlifts, and I didn't want to go overboard and leave my back feeling super stiff or strained because I was trying to pull too heavy. At a certain point when you're not using straps, your grip will become the weak link, and it actually makes the lift a little bit safer. I finished up doing some skin the cats, which I've been using to help open up my shoulders and the biceps too, especially. And now if you're unfamiliar with this exercise, I would definitely recommend having a spotter to spot you at the hips as you lower your legs down, or you can set up a box or a step to set your feet down on so you don't have to hold your full body weight through the shoulders and arms. It's definitely a movement where you want to take your time with progressing the range of motion so you don't end up with a tear or strain that will set you back even further. Definitely be patient with this one and your efforts will pay off.